Hey guys, what is going on? As you can see, I got my charts all here. We're going to get into all that. I'm going to get into all that in just a moment. Welcome back to another live lesson with me, your host, Jesse Ricca, brought to you by IK Multimedia here. And again, we are bringing you this production with this awesome piece of gear that you need in the new world of 2020. This is so we can stream with a high quality of sound and make sure that it comes through with whatever sound your board is. So this allows you to stream high quality sound to all your live streams. One easy device makes it super easy to do it. Check out the iRig stream. And if you didn't know already, we are going to be giving away 150 gear credits that you can use in the custom shop of IK to upgrade some gear you might have. And of course, we're using Amplitude over here to, it's going to be something that's going to give me the sounds that you're hearing today. All right, I'm letting some people pile into the room real quick. I see we got more and more people. What's going on, dude? Reese RSP, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for coming in. CUDS, what's going on? Repeat offenders. Juan, how you doing? Good to see you, brother. You got Skywatcher, still not learning K system, but it's worthy. Cheers. Yeah, man. The K system was what we talked about last week. This week we're going to be talking about all about the blues. All about the blues. Going to be breaking down the two kind of 12-bar blueses that you encounter all the time. One that has a little more changes. One that is a little more bare bones. And I'm going to show you how we use the one with more changes. We could apply it to one that is more just a couple chords. What's going on from Nashville? Nice. What's up, Eric? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm see we got more and more people in here. This is great. Love the blues, right? Well, this is the place for the blues today, for sure. We're going to be talking with the gear credits. If you have Amplitude, I think you can update stuff with the gear credits from Amplitude. I haven't used the gear credits because I've been working with them so closely for the last few months, but I'm gonna have someone reach out to you and let you know exactly what you can pick up with the gear credits. I'm pretty sure it's anything in custom shop. When you get a piece of IK gear, you get a custom shop option. I know that's what came with Amplitude, and it allowed me to like upgrade different things and get some different sounds that didn't come with the basic package, right? Because you can get different levels of Amplitude. You can get the basic one that comes with a handful of amps, and then you can upgrade more and more, and there's more amps, more signature sounds. I know they have I'll show you here. I can blow this up, but what they do is they have all these different they have these different deals with guys like Fender and stuff. So here, like I come to Fender, here's all the Fender stuff they have. It's really cool. All right. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Right, so I can change this to right, this kind of Fender amp. So that's some things that you can buy with the upgrade, right? Now and they really sound great. I got it, like all these things really sound killer. And then they have deals with different guys on here. Like they have Dimebag Darrell if you're into you know, that kind of Pantera metal sound, that they got him on here. I think they also had Brian May. I thought he was on here. No? Oh, they got a Slash one. No, maybe it wasn't this. Oh, here he is, Brian May. Yep. It's alphabetical, Jess. Come on. But right, so that's some of the stuff that you can buy with the upgraded, with your gearbucks, man, or I guess that's what I'm calling the IK fun tickets there, you know what I mean? Get all your cool stuff. But yeah, so we're going to talk today a lot about the two different 12-bar blueses and the changes that go with them. Yes, the Fender collections here are killer. Man, they really sound good. I have it set up just to a nice, just something pretty basic here. This one has all the, and also here, if you can see in the corner, you can save all your settings, which is really cool. So you can build a sound specifically for a tune you might be working on, throw the name in there, and then it's like, oh, it's all preset. It's all there to go if you want to touch something up or change something. It's really fun. Really dope. All right, cool. So let's get into the blues today. The good old 1-4-5. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull amplitude out of there real quick. There we go. So we're going to need to see the guitar neck and stuff. We're going to talk about some of the different things you can do to, I don't want to say jazz up, just get some different sounds out of the blues than maybe that, the pentatonic sound. We're going to get away from this. Right, and we're going to use some different scales to get us some different sounds. And we're also going to use some chords from a different kind of blues that we're going to learn about today. Sorry, I just want to make sure I got my charts here. Yep. We're going to learn how to use these two different kind of blues charts here. Right, here we go. Excellent. So, to my left, or over here, this is like a more simple blues. It actually says it on the top. Yeah, more simple blues. And it's built up of just the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. Now, this one over here is, you call it a jazz blues, but this is what most, if you ever go to a jazz jam, or if you end up sitting in, maybe you're doing combo in college or something, this is the blues changes that they're going to assume that you know, if you go to like a more like a jazz jam as opposed to like a old school blues jam, right? And if you look, it looks like, wow, dude, we are going through a whole lot of different changes here, but we're gonna break it down to help you see it a little bit easier, right? And we're gonna take some of the things that we do here and we're gonna put it in here into the simple one, right? To help us break that sound if we get bored of such a traditional sounding blues sound, right? Excuse me, sorry. We're just taking questions here. Irish Stomp in a store, I don't know. I'm going to have Ryan probably take that question. I'm not 100% sure on some of the stuff like that. But let's go ahead now and let's see the difference. Let's try to check out some of the differences between these two. So the simple blues, right? This is the one that we all probably know. Right? So those chords are just 1, 4, and 5 in B flat, right? So B flat being the 1 chord, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, E flat being the 4 chord, right? And then we're back to 1 for B flat again, and then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, F, B flat, and then, excuse me, E flat. I said B flat, E flat to B flat. Now, we look over here and we have a bunch more extra changes, right? It's great to know these, and you can kind of mix up some of this stuff. So in this one, it goes 1, 4, 1, 2, 5 of 4, half diminished, 1. This is 3, 6, 2, 5. And I'm going to show you how we go about seeing that and how we can use some of that in this. We're going to use some of these they do have some killer bass amps in there too. I have used them a bunch. Right? All right, so let's check it out. So let's break this down a little bit. So the first thing we can do when we're playing over this one here, right, is we have the right, we have that kind of like old school kind of blues going. Of course, making the changes. Right, so I pretty much just played through the form of the simple blues, right? And I made the chord changes as I go. So what the first thing we can do to spice up the blues if we're getting bored is to start playing in different keys, right? So if we're gonna just sit on that B blues scale, it can start to get a little the B flat blues scale. It's gonna start to get a little monotonous. So what we can do is start to use Mixolydian, right? That's the first thing we can do. Let's go B flat Mixolydian to E flat Mixolydian, right? And then we can use that Mixolydian scale and over all the chords, but use it in that key. So when we get to B flat Mixolydian. When we get to E flat, we're going to use E flat Mixolydian. Back to B flat, now I'm going to F. Use F Mixolydian. That's, in my opinion, that's the first step you should do. Get really comfortable now with breaking the key as you play, right? So now I'm no longer thinking, oh man, I'm in B flat this whole time. No. I'm thinking I'm B flat Mixolydian for the B flat chords. I'm thinking E flat Mixolydian for the E flat chord, and then I'm thinking F Mixolydian for the F chord. And then once you've gotten that, you can start to blend the two, right? That's a big part of this. There's so much you can do with the blues, right? Because the chords are they're all dominant chords, so it's like we're changing key with each chord, right? And let me explain that real quick. So since these are all dominant chords, in a key, there's only one chord in the major scale that's a dominant 7, and that's the 5 chord, right? So since these are all dominant 7 chords, it's like we're changing key every time. Like it wouldn't be changing key if we were just playing triads, right? Like maybe we were just playing... In that case, you could play B flat over the whole thing. But since it's dominant 7 chords, right? It's almost forcing you to change key. Is this Rick Beto? I don't know Rick Beto. No, I'm not sure. I'm not that dude, but I'm sure he's a good player too. So E Mixolydian, no, you wouldn't want to use E Mixolydian. I was saying you want to use E flat Mixolydian when you get to the E flat chord. So now we're no longer sticking with one key for a really long amount of time. We're starting to make changes. So that's the first thing you can do with the blues. We can also start to imply things like from the chords over here to my right. The chords over here to my right. Yeah. So we can now start to do some stuff just on these bars that transfer into another chord. Let me see if I can get over here. What's going on here? Right. So this right here, these turnarounds, we can now imply in our in our simple blues, so to say, right? A really good one is like right here. Excuse me, on measure number 6 in our simple blues, this E flat. You could play like a 5 going to B flat because you're about to resolve back to B flat. You could also you can imply like that there's a almost like an F in that chord to bring you back to B flat. There's a lot of stuff we can do like that. We can use these turnarounds here. We could make it like since we're going to F7, right? We could go ahead and imply like a C7 going to F right before the F chord, right? And it's gonna sound like this. Let me play it for you. We'll start on E flat. So I'm starting at measure 5 on the simple blues. All right. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. So what I did there was I started implying some chords that led me into the next chord. So now I'm thinking a little bit ahead of where everything's going. I am what exit? Yeah, sweet. Sorry, there's a lot of people talking in the chat. I just want to make sure I wasn't missing a bunch of questions. Awesome. Glad you guys are having a good time in here. Yeah, so you can use those turnarounds from some of the from the jazz blues here, and they're gonna sound just as good, right? You don't have to, especially when you're improvising over it. Thanks, Juan. Glad you're digging it, brother. We're having a whole bunch of fun in here. We're gonna keep doing some more blues stuff. Now, what I really suggest you do to advance your blues playing is really get comfortable with the changes on my, this one. Changes on my left for you guys. I'm sorry. I'm looking at a mirror of myself and it's messing me up. No, I guess it's on my right. Here we go. This one, the one I'm pointing at. So really get familiar with those changes. Because I think those are the more fun changes to play. And sometimes when you start to learn jazz, sometimes a couple extra chords can go a long way. I know I noticed that like the more I started to make changes better and better, the more like I was like, hey, I kind of don't mind a couple extra chords here. I can do more fun things here. I can get more out. I can do these different things. So I'm going to play a little bit for you what it sounds like when you make the changes for the like this set of changes over here, the jazz blues, so they say, right? So let's give that a listen to. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so you could really hear what I was playing over there. That's kind of the goal, is to really hear where he is, where you are in the chords, with your improvising. And once you've gotten that down, then it's time to go back and forth. See, so that's the thing. You learn one way, like when we first learn the blues, we learn it the real simple way over here, and that's a great foundation. We got to learn it that way first. You learn the simple way, you learn the blues scale, maybe you learn Mixolydian, and you just get comfortable with that. Once we've gotten that down and we can really hear the chords and we know where to change and we can make some nice melodies with a couple of scales, then we work on, how do I make some changes like this, right? Over in the jazz blues. Once we have that down and we're making changes, you can hear exactly where you are, no matter, where you are in the frame. You can hear all the turnarounds and they're playing. Now it's time to work on going in between. I hear a ton of great jazz players and great blues players who go back and forth from hitting turnarounds with really nice lines that connect really well, and then playing just like classic blues phrases and stuff that you can sing back almost immediately. Because the more you make changes, the more you kind of have to, you don't really have to, but you first start out with like a lot of eighth notes to like help make the changes really well, and in the eighth notes help because, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so if you can make a nice 8-note line that resolves to a third or a seventh, it's going to sound really nice. So now we're going to work on going back and forth between the blues, that's like the traditional, that kind of like blues sound, from like my more chromatic sounding, George Benson-y kind of phrasing and stuff, right? So we're going to do stuff like, I'm going to play the jazz, I'm going to play the simple blues first. And we're going to go back and forth between making the changes and just coming up with some cool phrases out of the blues stuff. Maybe use some Stevie Ray Vaughan language. Maybe use like some Albert King, B.B. King language. And then also incorporate some more chromatic stuff. That's something George Benson would play, or Grant Green, or some of the other popular kind of jazz blues guitar players. Everyone plays the blues. So if you're a jazz player, you're a jazz blues guitar player, because you have to get down with the blues a lot before you can get on to the jazz stuff. But also, I want to let you know, guys, we're going to go ahead and give out the question now so you can win those 50 gear credits. And my question is going to be, what is your favorite blues song? What is your favorite 145? So I'm going to need your IK user account, and then your answer is your favorite blues song. Some good examples: Sweet Home Chicago, that's like a really standard blues song. Another example, Pride and Joy by Stevie Ray Vaughan. Red House by Jimi Hendrix. Maybe you're a jazz dude. You like Billy's Bounce, right? The Charlie Parker tune. Maybe you like Straight No Chaser, the Miles tune, or Tenor Madness. Any of those answers are fine. So go ahead and send in your answers and into the chat below. Remember, I'm looking for your favorite blues tune and then your IK Multimedia account. This Masquerade's not really a blues. There you go, Red House. That's one I mentioned. That's a good blues for sure, Mr. Biggie. Good to see you back. So let's go ahead. Will those answers are rolling in? I'm going to show you an example when we're going back and forth between making changes and playing some. Yes, you answer right here, Michael. Just go ahead and answer right in the chat here. We see it all. I have a system set up so we can see it through Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, anywhere where you're seeing this, you can answer right there. Too many choices. There's a lot of them. Mary Had a Little Lamb. There you go. That's another cool one. All right, so before I get too distracted with all these great answers, Ryan is going to let me know who won. I'm going to show you a couple cool things before we go here, and then we will announce the winner. All right, guys? So let me go ahead real quick. I'm going to go ahead. So remember, the goal that I'm now looking for when I'm playing is I'm going to play some cool phrases, so maybe some B.B. King style. But then I'm going to start to make some changes too. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. little things here and there maybe I wasn't in love with, but I was trying to do good to mix in some of that like Stevie Ray Vaughan language, some of that Stevie Ray Vaughan, Albert King, B.B. King language, in with some more jazz kind of phrasing and enclosures, a little bit of chromaticism, a little bit of bebop scale stuff going on too. Having a lot of fun. Great mix. Yeah, that's the goal, right? You learn it. You learn it the classic B.B. King way. That's my goal, anyways. Everybody's got their own goals. If you want to be B.B. King, be B.B. King. If you want to be Charlie Parker, be Charlie Parker. You know what I mean? I have always kind of had fun taking a little bit from each world, and that's why I got into jazz and blues to begin with, to have a little bit of fun and take some cool stuff from over here that I thought sounded good, and then take my life from there, and then do my own thing. That's what it's really all about here. I'm gonna check with my man Ryan here and see if we got a winner. I see we got a bunch of answers going on. I don't think we have a winner just yet. We do have a winner. Alejandro Ibanez. What's going on, brother? Thank you so much for tuning in. You're the winner today of the 150 gear credits. Ryan is going to reach out to you, let you know. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in and everything and having fun with me today, exploring the blues and the different ways you can take it. This lesson we could do like a bunch on. The blues is one of those things that you analyze it, and you learn the more things you can do with it, and you learn a lot about a player. Let's play a blues. You see how much he really, kind of the different little tricks he knows for it. You know what I mean? Thank you again, guys, so much, Alejandro. Congratulations. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This has been a lot of fun. We're going to be back again next week. Same bad place, same bad channel. You know what I mean? 4 o'clock every Thursday. And we announce we have a winner every Thursday. So if you didn't get picked this time, please keep on coming back. We keep announcing winners. IK is cool enough to keep giving me stuff to give out to you guys. So I'm pumped to keep doing it with everybody. Again, if you didn't know, if you want to support my group, my band handle is in the corner here, the Ricca Project. We have an album out on Spotify, Apple Music, a whole bunch of fun stuff. We just got new shirts in. They got my face on them. You can check them out on our website, thericcaproject.com. If you're interested in supporting me or the music I make, check that out on Spotify or our website, thericcaproject.com. Thank you again, IK, and thank you everybody for tuning in. Take care.